Hello there everybody, this is PinstripeParagon, and today we're going to be taking on the second possible stage that you can do at this point in the game. And this is basically where you get the other character that you could have chosen from instead of Rose. So, let's get right into it. Already there's a huge difference. Just look at the layout of this place. It's crazy. A little bit, you could say that, I suppose. Marcel, this is not the time to think about that. What? No, don't. Oh no, another mayor. I hope he doesn't get killed. Say what? Ragamuffins? I mean, if her dialogue was going to be like this, I probably should have gone with Claire. Ragamuffins. I'm gonna remember that one. Yeah. That's what you think. Oh no, we're being beaten by a little girl with a staff. At least I think she's a little girl, like, I would think so. Her vocabulary is quite good for her age, I suppose. I don't know. Huh? Oh, really? Whippersnappers? I just want to... This is like the one time in the game where I wish there was voice acting. You know? Because it would... I mean, you know, through this part, I mean. Because there is some voice acting, but there isn't that much. It's mostly during the anime cutscenes. So... we gotta defeat all the enemies before a crystal is destroyed. Now, I'm not that familiar with this level, so let's just see how things go. So here's a crystal. So we can't really set up right next to the crystals, which is kind of unfortunate. So let's see. Well, first of all, we have Claire, which we have to use for this battle. Hold on. Which version's better? Okay, technically, my version of Beatrix is better. Really, if you're at this point in the game, you should have Marcel more leveled up. He's actually better. Let's see. I want Colette in here, I suppose. And, oh, right. This is the part of the game where Gilles out of the party. So let's see. Richard and... I suppose Marcel, he's one of my best characters. Well, he may not be right now, but he is good. As for Claire, let's just take a look at what she's got. Stellar Spirit 2, I want to take that off, because it's really not going to do us much good. So, how about Fireball, maybe? And I suppose she could use an and she really doesn't need an MP boost, mostly HP. That's one thing. Her MP is just like through the roof at this point in the game. Is there anything else I can give her? Not really. So I guess an MP plus 10 just for this video. So let's see, she's level 33. Her stats are pretty good. Let's compare them to Richard at level 37. I guess they kind of compare for being 4 levels below. So, she's not a terrible character. Some prefer to choose Claire over Rose, but I prefer Rose over Claire. Mainly because, especially against the final fight in the Colosseum, because there's 3 rounds to that, Rose really helps a lot more. So, that's just my opinion. But, you can choose whoever you want, really. Both of them are pretty good choices. However, one other thing about Rose is that she's the only whip user in the game, which is why I'm more inclined to use her anyway. Because there's certain skills that only she can use, after all. So, let's just start off. Claire used Thunderbolt. Okay, so I'll do some pretty good damage instead of actually doing that, though. I want to make sure I can get some guaranteed kills. Let's see. Colette. You should be able to do some serious damage. If not, kill the Dark Elf, please. Oh, shoot. Well, what could I have to worry about with the Dark Elf, right? Hopefully nothing. And, okay, Rufus. This is so weird, because I'm recording this, like, after I've basically done everything else in the game, which I know may sound a little weird if you're watching this in the playlists order, but that's just how I went about things. And having all these characters at, you know, the lower levels, it's just so weird, because, like, at the end of the game, having all those really good skill stones, you know, it's just like, I want that part back. It is a shame that you cannot get both characters in one single playthrough, because they both have their benefits, no doubt. But, you know, they just decided that, so I gotta deal with it. Might as well use a Thunderbolt. It's a little bit better than a regular attack, so better than nothing. I probably should have had Rufus start over here, but hopefully I can somehow distract these crows. That would be nice. Okay, let's see. If I can just take out one of these Lizard Guardians relatively quickly, that would be awesome. Because I gotta watch out for the soldier behind Leanne that's near this crystal. So, but then again, I do have Claire over here. What I like about Claire is her just massive amount of MP. Already over 200, she gains the maximum amount of MP you can gain a turn, at least without, you know, items. And what are they going to do? Okay, so they aren't going straight for the crystals. That's good. It's always nice. And it looks like... Okay, you're using Sniper on Colette. That's not a bad move. But it won't do that much. Oh, it actually did. Huh. Okay. Alright, so we got the first attack against the crystal, which is not good. But luckily, these enemies don't do that much damage as it is, so hopefully I can take out the other enemies. At least that enemy over there. I should be able to just fine. And, that enemy's not doing anything. Okay, I definitely got to get to that Knighted Blade, though. No doubt. Alright, how many more do we have to go? Oh god, he's going straight for that crystal. Oh, whoops. The home button. Let's see. And that enemy's going for the crystal as well. I may have not been set up the best way. I kind of need Marcel to get out of where he's at. He doesn't have Sky Dart at this point. This is not going well at all. An HP recovery, but it's too bad the crystals don't have HP recovery. Okay. Another HP recovery. It's so weird just not seeing the big HP recovery numbers, though. Okay. Let's take a look. So, Claire. I wonder if you could by chance distract the Crow Knight. Please do 95 damage. It's possible. Oh, wow, that That was terrible. How far can Marcel reach? Maybe? No. Not at all. He would need a range +2 for that. Okay. I can take out these enemies pretty easily. So, let's take out this one. I'm not concerned about the treasures at this point. They really aren't anything special. Let's see. Ooh, Collet actually got some decent experience from that. He's a bit under where I would like him to be, I guess. So, really, I think I would just need 2 characters over here, possibly. Definitely want to take out this dude, because he would be doing the most damage to the crystal if he could get over there. And then as for that archer, let me take a look at her attack. 173. What's the defense? I can't look at that at all. Okay. I just don't think Claire will be able to handle those 2 enemies. But at the same time, I don't think I can leave Beatrix by herself either. Well, she took out 1 enemy, so that's a start. It's just it would just be Beatrix over here. That's where the problem is. So I could send Marcel over here just to sort of possibly get a head start on attacking something. Or maybe Richard. No, it's the same distance. Richard, I actually gave you a ton of spells. Okay, but I think Richard would be the best character to bring over there as well. Let's see. Where can he get the most distance? I think here would be better, because he would be able to attack both of those enemies. And, ooh, this would actually work out, because what I would do is transform next turn, kill the Crow Knight, and then I can do some serious damage to that other enemy that's up there. Now, let's see. What skills does Marcel have? Nothing I can really use to my advantage. How much damage can you do? 56? Let's take out the sniper. Or the dark elf, excuse me. You get the idea. And Leanne, since Richard's going to be going over there, I'm just going to have Leanne go over here. And, oh, I can't use any spells yet. Dang it. Well, I'm definitely going to have to take out 1 enemy over here next turn, and I will be able to do that. Oh, especially when the enemies are going to do this. You know, go after Beatrix. At least one of them, you know. And it looks like... Oh, Poison Arrow. If you're using that on Marcel, that really doesn't matter. Okay, that was a bit of damage, but it's fine. And you're actually going after Collet. It's a bit smart for you, but you'll be easily taken out. I suppose Rufus is going to... Oh, God. Looks like Rufus might have to go for the archer instead. We'll have to see. And... Okay, good. Claire's not dead yet. Pretty close to it, but actually that paid off. They're actually more aggroed by you than they are the crystal. Which is kind of dumb, but it works. But anyway, the reason I'm going to go after this guy with Rufus is because he just can't do anything to the Knighted Blade. He's better off just attacking the Dark Elf rather than Marcel, so then Marcel can do some serious damage. And nice, Meteor Bolt. That's actually an awesome skill for any bow user. I'm not sure if we've gotten one at this point, so, you know, if you find one, definitely put it to good use. Again, Marcel is really the better bow user, but in this particular playthrough, I did not really believe that, so that's kind of my bad. But let's just do some serious damage. 65. It's better than nothing, so I'll take it. Alright, so, first things first, Richard. You need to transform. Like, now. Yup. So then what he's going to do is he's going to attack the Crow Knight, get a Godspeed going. Well, I mean, you know, he's going to use Godspeed pretty much with a Thunderbolt, because it's the cheapest one. And then he'll be able to do some really good damage to the Knighted Blade. Now, first things first, before I do that, attack the Knighted Blade, I mean, I'm going to attack with Claire. I need her to do some pretty good damage as well. Preferably with an Ice Bullet, if I equip that. And I did not, so my next best move would be a Fireball. Now, because I don't want Claire to die, I'm going to protect her with Richard. Here we go. And a Day of Judgment, 129 compared to 119. Definitely going with the Day of Judgment. Let's see how it does. I mean, that crystal's going to survive no matter what, so I'm not concerned. Oh, that was perfect. Nice job, Richard. Making things easier. Alright, so we're almost done, really. It went well. So, Beatrix, you're mainly going to be support. It looks as though my best bet for a kill would be the Crow Knight. Ooh, wait, Meteor Bolt. I do have a Meteor Bolt. Let's see. How much will a Thunderbolt do? 85. Yeah, sure. What I'm gonna end up doing is transforming with Leanne as well, because she's gonna have better attacks, especially with that Flash of White, but I don't think that would be necessary, just because the Crow Knight has such high evasion as it is. So, Flash of White may not even prove to be that useful. But let's just, take a look and see. I can use either one, really. Okay, 83%. Thunderbolt. I'd rather just do this. Really? 1 HP. Oh, 2. Ah, great. So, Richard really can't do anything at this point, so I'm just going to end the turn. Now, later on in the game, you're going to get moves that are specific to both Richard and Claire, but since you already have a staff user, that's why I prefer going with Rose, the other character you can get, because she uses a whip, and it's actually a really unique sort of weapon. It acts a lot like the spears and lances. However, one difference is that she can attack at an angle as well, which is really awesome, because that honestly helps more than you would think, because it leaves her with being able to attack without being countered. Now, on some enemies, does that really matter? Not really, but when certain enemies in the game have a skill stone called Counter, and again, I'm not sure if we've encountered that so far, but essentially what that is... Wait. Yeah, we have seen this. But essentially, she would be unable to be countered by that, because they wouldn't be able to counter that anyway. It's really awesome. Now, she doesn't have the best attack in the world, but she can still make some pretty good burning auras for your other characters. Combining that with Marcel being the archer that he is, he can get some serious damage against a certain enemy and, not have to worry about being countered, because the enemy would almost be dead. Especially if you give Marcel a burning aura. I mean, not a burning aura, a meteor bolt. Because that's one powerful move, and with a burning aura, it's just insane how good it is. So Marcel actually gets some really nice experience for that. And that battle is over. So it's really not that difficult. You just gotta make sure you spread out your characters correctly. And alright. Wow. Lots of experience. And nothing that special for the items. Alright. Level ups, but doesn't matter. Because again, the playthrough itself is using the Rose path. So any of the bonuses gotten here, probably, some of them might happen, but most of them won't. Possibly. Oh, you know, huh? Yeah, Roger, what? You didn't do anything. Oh. Well. Well, okay. Just go. I never used you in battle anyway. Even in the end game, I never use him. Well, that's sort of a lie. Roger is a decent character. He's not great. Ooga booga? What, are you Eustace from, Courage the Cowardly Dog? What? Oh, God. Say what? Yeah, you missed. What now? Oh, are you alright? Did you run out of MP again? Oh. Yeah, I won. Uh-huh. So, you get Claire. She's an interesting character. And I believe this cutscene happens no matter what? Yeah. I'm almost certain that this happens no matter what. This has been months after I recorded the original path, you know, where you get Rose. So this is like a blur to me. So, well, I mean, well, there's Claire again. Does she have any interesting dialogue throughout this? Or is she just going to kind of be there? Okay. Yeah, it is, but it's whatever. You got Claire now. Well, not really, because this is the only time you'll see her in my playthrough. Again, she's a decent character, but I still think Rose is the definitive version of characters that you can pick. Real quickly, if you have extra money, there are some really good spells at this shop, like Ice Bullet 2, Fireball 2, Thunderbolt 2, and a bunch of other stuff that would be useful. So, if you need it, go ahead and get it. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching in later days.